Hello and welcome back to Chess of Blades. We're continuing from whatever it was that we did last time. I kinda don't remember, to be honest. So anyways, I head inside the main hall. It's mostly empty, save for a few idle guests. However, I spot Silas with a duster in hand, cleaning a grandfather clock in the corner. Maybe Emily didn't know about the silver key. But there's a chance Silas might. Oh, that's right, we got the key from the fucking peacock. All random things have occurred. So I walk over to him. The butler turns to face me, eyebrows raising for a moment before he lowers in a slight bow.
Sir, is there some way I might be of assistance? You look somewhat disheartened, if I may say so.
Perceptive, aren't you? I was wondering if you knew anything about a key, actually.
He tilts his head slightly at the question, and I extend my hand to show him the silver key in my palm.
Why, yes, I am familiar with that key, sir.
Oh, do you? Please do tell.
What door does it unlock? Please, I must know.
Silas purses his lips, looking at me quizzically.
I am not sure why such a matter is so urgent, sir. That is merely the key to the old storage room out in the gardens.
Oh.
It was one of the first places searched by the guards after Hazel's disappearance. If your concern is related to her whereabouts, I am afraid there is little possibility of a connection.
But then why did it get stolen? Maybe, unless there's another silver key? Maybe? That might look similar? I'm slowly sinking. I bite my lip and squeeze the key in my
Could
palm.
you at least show me where it is? I'd greatly appreciate it, Silas.
The butler eyes me curiously, an unreadable expression on his face as he seems to consider my request for a moment.
Well, the guards have recently instructed us not to let guests wander past the gardens after last night's incident. However, I believe I can give you special treatment due to your acquaintance with the Royal Guardsman.
Okay.
Where is Sir Arden?
Good question. I don't remember, so that'd be great to know. My chest tightens at those words. I force myself to not show much emotion. Instead, I clear my throat pointedly.
He's, just running a bit behind. I'm sure he'll be able to catch up. Shall we go ahead?
Regardless of whether Silas accepts my words or sees through my mask, he simply nods in response, turning towards the garden exit. I'm like worried the game's like gonna crash, I was having a bit of problems earlier.
This way, sir.
At least starting it
Might
off.
I ask where you acquired that key, incidentally?
So outside, I hesitate before my response, considering how much I should tell Silas. Do we get an option here? I don't suspect him, but I don't exactly trust him either.
Well, let's just say I got it from someone who I believe was involved with Hazel's kidnapping. There was a slight interference of a peacock, but that's irrelevant.
A little. He's gonna look at us weirdly, isn't he? So that's just nods as impassively polite as a servant can be to a man talking about peacocks. What a fine specimen of a butler. Good, he just chill about it, like, yep, that happens. Happens a lot around here. Or at least that's the way I'd like to think of it. He leads me through the garden, and as we emerge from one side of the hedge maze, I spot a small shack-like structure ahead of us. We approach and I can see the strange-looking doors are sealed with a padlock. I wonder how the guards searched it. The door doesn't look like it's been forced open, so there must have been another key.
Oh, right.
Silas turns to me expectantly. I step up to the padlock and insert the silver key. Sure enough, it clicks open, allowing me to separate the chains. Grab the handles and turn to drag the back. I grab the handles and try to drag back the doors, grunting at their surprisingly hefty weight. Oh gosh.
What the hell are they keeping in here to need these damn doors for?
Let me assist you with that, sir.
Well, I managed to get up pretty well. So Silas reaches over me, grabs the doors with his gloved hands, pulling them open with relative ease. I mean, he's very big. God save me. Outdone by a butler. He doesn't even look all that muscular. I mean, he looks kind of muscular.
I had it under control, you know. I appreciate the help. So, what's inside?
I step a little anxiously over the dark threshold into the storage building, scanning around. Silas follows behind me, and I hear him sigh faintly.
I believe our current reigning king has not used this quaint room. Some unpleasant rumors related to supernatural events arose in conjunction with it, and our honorable queen forbade her husband from ever storing anything here.
That's weird, but okay.
Supernatural events? That sounds horrible. What kind of events were these, perchance?
I just drift around the room where everything is covered with a thick layer of dust. There's plenty of aged-looking equipment like saddles and hunting gear lying around on the floor and on the shelves. But look who's milling around at least.
I'm afraid I cannot remember precise details, but there were said to be voices that the servants of the past heard while working near here at night. You see, there are tales that this castle was built on the remains of a much older counterpart. It is said that a chapel and tomb for the royal family were located near the storage chamber. Therefore, these voices are supposedly of the deceased regal bloodline.
Something told me all this is potentially hidden somewhere in here. I've got a feeling. Despite his disapproving tone, there is a brief, unusual hesitant pause in Silas's words, although his expression barely changes.
Voices. What a load of rubbish. It's a perfectly fine storage room, and they neglected it just because of that?
Cheerful scuff trails off, and I remember that there's nothing in here. It's a dead end. All my excitement about this key is for nothing? I just can't believe it.
Silas, what would you do in a situation where you were completely stuck, nothing made sense, and your one source of information is refusing to tell you something important?
I imagine there's gotta be something in here that's hidden, right? Sighing, I turn to the butler, who smiles faintly at my dejected words.
That sounds like a dreadful situation indeed, sir. Well, if I were trying to discover the truth behind something that appeared to have no answers, I suppose I would rethink what puzzled me from another perspective. Destroy the cage of assumptions that I had built, so to speak.
He pauses, his smile widening into a more cryptic one, eyes gleaming at me.
If a single element in the larger picture refuses to fit with everything else, then somewhere in the larger scheme of things is a lie.
So then that would mean something we've come across. We're just putting it because we think it makes sense. I think that's what basically is it. Stare at Silas, who gazes coolly back to me. I'm sure of it now. You know something too, but you can't tell me. Damn it, is there anyone who isn't keeping secrets in this bloody castle?
A lie? Perhaps you're right. After all, I've been going off only conjecture and hearsay. There's bound to be a fault in there somewhere.
Precisely, sir. I am sure a patient re-evaluation will yield satisfactory results. There are still a few hours before this evening's dinner, so perhaps you may utilize that time to further your search, if you so wish. Now, please excuse me, sir. I must return to my duties.
Silas lowers into a graceful bow, rising back up and offering me a last quietly playful smile before turning to depart towards the castle. Watch him leave, rubbing a hand on the back of my neck in thought. Eyes gradually lower to the key still in my hand, its cold weight resting in my palm. Nothing more than a storage shack haunted by the deceased royal family, huh? How disappointing. Close the doors and start to lock them back up, shaking my head. Okay, weird noise. Is that a noise I just heard? Yes, it was. Unless I'm crazy. Then who knows? God save me. Rivian, afraid of losing your gall from the talk of ghosts. Is the mop or something falling over inside the shed? Scouting myself, I shoved the key in my pocket and started heading back to the castle. Something told me that was maybe Hazel. Or at least I'm pretty sure there has to be some sort of secret somewhere, right? For some reason I can't quite explain. I feel like Silas' description of the storage chamber just doesn't add up. Namely, why would the key to this place be lying around if no one ever used it? My dog enters. Besides, I found it near where the assassin was staying. It must be related to the Hazel Ow. I don't know if you're ever seen my dog.
Hazel,
Here.
Emily, the disciples of Ignatius, Celeste.
Maybe Celeste's lie? I have no clue. Because she's still so mysterious. Repeat the names of their my breath. Wait, no, because we're supposed to go try to help her. That was the thing. She got caught up in problems. Haha. Repeat the names under my breath as I head back into the main hall. There are a few midday appetizers being served, and I grab something to fill my growling stomach on my way back to my room. If I don't find something soon, Celeste may be executed for a crime she's not responsible for. It's not like I feel a particular affinity towards her, but I can't let someone innocent take the fall like that. Jingling idly on my lower lip, I step inside my room while exhaling a great sigh, closing the door behind me. I could use Arden's enthusiasm right about now. What if he decided to stop coming after me? Maybe I really was a little too harsh this time. The fact that he only ever acts hurt, not angry, just drives me up the wall. If he actually yelled at me for once, and we had a real fight, maybe everything could work out. Maybe. Possibly. Shake my head and step over towards the fireplace, picking up the book from Linus's I put on the chair. Wait, that makes sense. Picking up the book from Linus's I put on the chair?
Stupid
I
book.
think that was it.
I thought you were supposed to have answers. You've been giving me absolutely nothing but a headache, you know.
I don't think the book's gonna talk back, or Rivian. I'm a bit tired. I grabbed miserably while flipping it through the useless tome, resisting the urge to chuck it into the fireplace. The second page falls open, and I drift down it absent-mindedly.
Rethink my assumptions. There's too many goddamn assumptions to rethink.
I mutter to myself as I scan the page, which discusses the modus operandi disciples of Ignatius.
Blah blah, the disciples target only specific victims in order to blackmail those in power.
I've already read the page a number of times before. How could this possibly be relevant?
These victims tend to be high-ranking officials, diplomats, or members of the royal bloodline. High-ranking officials, diplomats, or members of the royal wait!
Are we getting somewhere? My breath catches in my throat. Am I grasping at straws, or is there a chance that Hazel might... Oh, shit! But she's just the daughter... Oh, wait, what? Oh, jeez. That was gonna be interesting if we find out what she actually is. Holy crap. But she's just... Was she lied to? In order to be safe, I'm confused.
Part of the royal family?
My false assumption was that Emily is Hazel's real mother. She refused to tell me about Hazel because she was protecting the girl's trade, Blinking at the book in disbelief. If all this is a possibility, then are the disciples trying to blackmail the king himself? So Hazel's the daughter of the king? I thought she... Now explains why she seems so important to talk to. Oh my gosh, it all makes sense now. Maybe a conjecture, but still. It could even help us get off the hook. I don't know in what way that will, but let's find out. I took the book under my arm and raced over to the door, throwing it open.
Ah, what excellent timing. Did you predict my knock before it actually happened? Perhaps I overestimated your incapabilities.
Nope,
What
you're
are you doing here, Linnaeus? No, never mind. I have something important to tell.
Apologies, but I have business to attend to. I merely wanted to inform you that by the King's orders, a new search party has been sent out. They found what looked like part of Hazel's skirt near the outer festival grounds, so with luck she'll be found soon. Therefore, your services will no longer be needed, and any entrance into the areas off-limits after last night's incident will not be allowed.
Pushes his glasses up, eyes flashing suspiciously at me.
You may be Varyson's son, but you are still a guest, not some grand investigator. Leave the King's men to their work, if you please, and I'll be taking that back.
Reaches out and swiftly pulls the book from my hand, this thing off the cover.
I thought you said you didn't need this copy?
I don't want you getting any fanciful ideas in your head from reading this. Much of the information is likely outdated regardless.
Turns to leak, but I quickly reach out to grab his coat, still in disbelief.
Linnaeus, you can't do this. I'm so close. You don't understand. Just give me a little more time.
The Inquisitor tilts his head at me sharply, brushing my hand with his coat as he lets out a heavy exhale.
It's not my decision to make, Varyson.
I mean, a cat
These
is.
instructions come from His Majesty. Perhaps you are close to uncovering some sort of truth. And that is why he does not wish you to proceed any further. Some matters are best left untouched.
There's an almost apologetic grimace on his face as he watches me for a moment, lips tightly pressed together.
But
So Linnaeus turns from me once more and starts to leave. I don't have the strength to stop him again. His graceful figure soon disappears around the corner, his long strides elegant and determined. Somehow, rather than feeling devastated at being told to stop, a sense of invigoration abruptly flows through me. I'm close to unraveling something, and that means the secret to finding Hazel is only a step away. There's one person who might know enough about these secrets to help me put them together. And that would be her down the hall, direction of Lass's room, ignoring the curious looks of few guests I pass on the way. I just hope she's still there. Celeste? When I reach the door, I immediately try the doorknob and faint hope it's unlocked.
damn!
Of course, Linnaeus locked it before he left. Wrap my knuckles anxiously against the wood, straining to hear any noise from inside. Pulling silence meets my knocking. Apparently in frustration, I turn my back to the door, sliding against it to the ground, frustrated slump. She's been taken to some holding room. No chance.
Who's there?
Oh! Celeste! You're still alive! Soft worded voice comes from behind the door.
Celeste? Is that you?
Rivian? Why are you here? That damn Inquisitor locked me in this room. Did you find something?
Leaning down to press my ear to the crack of the door, heartbeat racing.
I might have done just that. Listen, your father's an ambassador. You must know all sorts of secrets from spies you have in our kingdom, right?
How rude. Why would you ever say something like that?
Listen, Celeste, this is no time to be coy. If I don't find who's behind all this, both you and your father may face penalty of death.
Extended, reluctant pause fills the air after grave words. She has to know the seriousness of the situation. She's certainly no fool.
Very well. What do you need to know?
About the royal family. Was there anything strange that happened during the current king's reign?
The royal family? Well, I only know from what Father's told me, but there's an unconfirmed statement from one of our spies. It was was an incident about 10 years ago.
My body tenses. 10 years ago, right around when Hazel was born.
Apparently, something to do with the youngest prince's bride. She mysteriously vanished not long after giving birth to their first child, and her body was found a few days later. No one knows the truth behind it, and apparently, the child died. There was never any official proclamations, and everything was kept quiet. Suspicious, huh?
Now, this definitely sounds a little too much of a coincidence, but hey, who knows? Maybe Hazel isn't a royal family, but most likely she is. Voice raised a little in an excited whisper. I guess she really gets into the whole secretive espionage business.
Celeste, this may be a stretch, but do you know where the prince's deceased bride was discovered?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think it was in an old chapel for the royal family. It's quite a creepy place to find a corpse.
So would they be keeping her there then? My memories is strand put together with Celeste's telling me Silas's remarks earlier. Rumors that the remains of an old family chapel is buried beneath the gardens. Oh, wait a second. Would that happen to be that same place that we were with Franz's ending? Would that happen to be that same place? The key that I found, covering up a child's existence for fear of another kidnapping. There are too many coincidences. The cult is trying to send a message loud and clear. The only reason why I couldn't understand it was because I'm not the person the message is meant for.
I see. I think I understand at last. Good work, Celeste. You're not so useless after all.
Damn, Rivian. Damn. Before she has a chance to reply, I quickly push up from the ground and hop onto my feet. I start racing down the hall, intending to return to the gardens immediately. Then I remember Lenny's words earlier. Pace slows to a halt. Can't go out there again while it's still outside. Chances are, perimeters are being guarded. I'd be detained if someone saw me. Brought my lip, exhaling a heavy sigh of frustration. My best bet, then, is to wait a little while until night falls. Besides, isn't the masquerade happening tonight? Oh, we're almost towards the end of the game, I didn't realize. Oh, surely everyone will be busy there. So we're going to the dance, and then I imagine we're going to tell Arden while we're there. Then we're going to go sneak in. Yeah. And then hope I don't get killed. I've killed everyone so far. After pacing around in the halls for a bit, I end up returning to my room. Some of my excitement dissipating into anxiety when I step back inside.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes are suddenly caught by something atop my nightstand. That wasn't there before. I start over to see a small plate of food as well as a note tucked beneath it. Because we haven't eaten in a while. It's not growl softly at the scent, reminding me I haven't eaten for a while. But I grabbed the note firsthand out of curiosity. Dear Sir Rivian, I know you must be close to understanding the truth. If that's the case, I have faith you'll find Hazel. Silas? I will leave the window in the storage room. The king's portrait unlocked. You'll escape the guards if you must. Yes, it must be Silas. I'm pretty sure of it. No signature. It's all too clear that the author is none other than Emily. Oh, never mind. I mean, it could have been Silas. I don't know. Okay, so it's Emily. Probably. Or maybe it's the cult. I have no clue. She really loves Hazel as her own daughter. That much is evident. Even if they're not related by blood. I don't know what moves me so much about them. Normally, I never care this much for other people's affairs, but I think Hazel reminds me of my own sister. It's close to the same age. My protective brotherly instincts are coming out. Beyond that, it's like something inside me is hungry to solve this mystery, to win the game and outsmart my opponent.
Perhaps it really is in my blood after all.
Perhaps. Musing to myself quietly, I take the plate of the food and sit down by the fireplace to thoughtfully start eating. My mind dances through everything, however, I find my thoughts unwillingly drawn back to Arden. The way we parted earlier, the things I said to him. I can't help it. Those words dug up the memories I was trying to keep from rising to the surface, and I can't ignore them any longer. We were so close back then. First met Arden when we were still very little, and I can remember getting immediately attached to his soft, warm demeanor. He was my best friend for many years, but by the time I was a teenager and started growing slowly into a young adult, my feelings like they were changing. I loved the time we spent together, and relished all the attention he'd always lavished me with. Blah, blah, blah. We were closer than just friends. Neither of us voiced any attraction or even acted on it. Now we're gonna give Vision's pass or something? But there was one day, only a few months before we left, and we made a promise to each other. Oh, nothing? Okay. Father says he wants me to become a military strategist like him. Just think, I'd be able to command all of the royal armies. What about you, Arden? Will you follow in your father's footsteps too? You'd be the Grand General and we could work together. I remember the hesitant, uncertain look in his eyes as we lay in the grass together, gazing up at the sky. But wasn't long before the warm smile he always wore soon came back over his face, and he reached out to ruffle my hair. Of course, Riv. Be at the top together. Nothing will stop us. Do you promise, Arden? I want to be stuck there alone. I wonder if he knew that he was going to be leaving. If he did, I was able to grin at me so confidently, curling his arm around my shoulders and gently pressing our heads together. Of course, Riv, I promise. I'll always be there for you, no matter what. I was so happy when I heard those words. Looking back, I think I felt as strongly for Arden than as he does for me now. Oh shit. Which is why I was completely devastated and heartbroken when I found out, not long after our promise, he had left to train in the King's army. I was so lonely and felt so betrayed. The idea of following my father's occupation started to seem hollow, distasteful, and far too bleak a path to take by myself. My feelings towards Arden were steadily shadowed by more and more resentment. For 4 years, I buried my adoration for him deep down and covered it up with anger to keep myself from being overwhelmed with sadness. Then when I saw him for the first time in so long, I didn't know what to think. But I hoped that I could keep pushing him away, pretending that feelings for him never existed. I didn't want to risk him hurting me again. Now he's found his way into my heart once more. Arden's changed, certainly, but there's no denying that he's the same energetic, gentle friend I was so in love with long ago. But I just don't know if I'm brave enough to face that, to deal with the prospect of him leaving me again, because I doubt I could handle being abandoned a second time. Try to make sure I'm not going to go over time. Sighing, I put my plate on the dresser and shoved my hands into my pockets, hanging out onto the balcony. The sun is slowly passing in the west, bringing us steadily closer to evening. Stare up at the reddening sky, then close my eyes for a moment, feeling the last vestiges of warm sunlight upon my face. This last day of the celebration, isn't it? I hadn't really thought about it before, but now I'm starting to feel a little... sad? Maybe? I'm gonna hate myself with somehow this is gonna be related to Arden's death. Gosh, Neo, hold on. Hold on, everybody. For whatever reason, the idea that this is the last day of the party makes me oddly wistful. Strange. Just a couple days ago, I wanted nothing more than to be back in my own bed. But now, I just want to stay here a little longer.
You've gone mad, Rivian.
I murmured dryly to the air with a short laugh, and by a faint sense of loneliness. Oh well, there'll be enough time for dwelling in self-pity when I get back home. Hopefully that was the correct choice, because I don't understand how this is going to be related to Arden's death, probably. Returning inside my room, I slumped back in the chair and tried to doze a little, figuring I'll be up most of the night searching for Hazel. My thoughts, however, are restless, and I can't fall into anything more than a shallow sleep. Minutes drag on, and from beneath my closed eyelids I sense the waning light outside my balcony doors. At last, feeling barely refreshed, I force myself awake. Sure enough, night has fallen and the masquerade must surely be close to starting, if it hasn't already. And actually, before I continue, I think it's the best for me to end the video here. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, go to the like button if you want to see more of what I'm going to do, or what's going to happen next as we go to Masquerade, probably with Arden. I don't know, go subscribe button to me know if I have anything I do. If you got anything to say in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Comrades.